Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to explore lead to cash processes. Now, what are the lead to cash processes? So, it is something like when you generate a lead till you receive the cash. So, the whole process is called L2C or lead to cash process. So, we are going to learn about lead to cash process, the overall lead to cash process in this video. So, here is the agenda. First of all, we are going to see introduction of lead to cash process, what it is. Then we'll see an overview, like what other things comes into L2C process and how it's created. Then L2C management, how can we manage those different processes which comes under lead to cash process. And then we'll see importance and benefits of implementing lead to cash process. So introduction. So the lead to cash, which often is considered L2C process, is an end-to-end business workflow that covers all the stages from identifying potential customers, right? So whenever you are in going to be working with someone, like first of all, you'll have to a lead created for that particular company or that particular entity. Then the leads gets converted, an opportunity gets created, and the whole process till payment exists, right? So the whole process from starting leads to getting the payment is called lead to cash process. Now let's see an overview. So what comes in? So first of all, it's a campaign. So many a time it happens like when you are looking for some customers, you often tend to have some campaigns going on, right? Online as well, you can see the campaigns going on. Once the campaigns are on, people will gather at that campaign, whether it's an offline or online, and leads get generated from that campaign. Once the lead is generated, lead gets converted as well, right? So when a lead is identified, then you work with them, right? And they are happy with moving forward with you guys, right? Then the lead gets converted, which itself is divided into three parts: business, account, contact, and opportunity, right? So there should be an account, ABC company or something like that. There should be a person called Mehul Parmar from that company, and there will be an opportunity, right? You found an opportunity with them, right? Then opportunity management comes in, right? So there are different stages of opportunity that we'll see in next slide. You will go through each and every stage, whether it's an identification, the qualification of the lead or opportunity, then the quotation management, negotiation, all those comes into opportunity management. Then once an opportunity is close won, you get a proposal created, right? So you sell them something, you create a quotation, right? You send it out. Then order management, once the proposal is ordered, that means your order is finalized, right? Okay. So then order management will come into picture. At last, contract management also comes in, right? So if the order is accepted and then you want to enter into contract, you can do that as well. Now, contract and order management, this can shuffle software wise and processes wise. Okay. So in some of the software or some of the processes, you see contract management comes in first and order management last. Okay. And somewhere you see order management comes in first and contract management last. Okay. So that can vary. Now, after contract creation or order management or order creation, you end up invoicing that particular services that you have sold them, right? And you send an invoice to the customer, right, against which they'll pay, right? So once the payment is received, your revenue will get recognized, right? So what amount you were expecting, what's the forecasting, how much revenue got recognized, right? So that will be coming into revenue rec process. And then the reporting and dashboards. So at the end of the day, after all this sale, you're gonna see your reports and dashboard and see like how it looks like, right? So this is whole the lead to cash process. Now let's understand step by step. So let's start with opportunity management first. So opportunity management has pipeline stages, right? So opportunity has different pipelines. So it identifies by pipeline stages. Forecasting and reporting also can be done based on that. So these are the components of opportunity management. And what the pipeline stage is, right? So it is a start stage. That means uh, the opportunity management is started. First of all, it will be in prospecting stage, right? It's a prospect for you. So first of all, it will be in prospecting stage. Then it will get qualified. So it will be marked as qualification. Then if any further analysis is required, then it would be converted to needs analysis stage. Then value proposition, if the propositions are correct, right? It's in the process of proposition. Okay. Once that has been done, then there might be possibility that customers will be dealing with the decision makers, right? So many a time it happens like it's everything is not in the primary contact's hand. They'll have to go to the decision maker and ask for their review and whether they want to go ahead or not. Then perception analysis. So what's the perception is, right? So that needs to be analyzed as well. Then it will be proposal or price quote, right? Then the proposal gets created, right? You configure different products or services. Then negotiation and review will happen, right? So many a time it happens like when you provide quotation to someone, right? They are not happy with it. They want some discounts or any other stuff, right? So negotiation and review will happen, and then at the end, ideally the opportunity will be close won or close lost. So many a time it happens like whenever the negotiation and review happen, it didn't go your way, right? So at that time, the opportunity will be marked as closed loss. And in the other case, if everything works fine, then it will be marked as closed one. So this was the whole process of opportunity management, how the different pipeline stages will be, and what will be the process. Okay. Then let's go to the quote proposal management. So first of all, what you're gonna do is into quote proposal process, you're gonna create your quote or proposal from opportunity. Then what happens? You're gonna add some products or services, right, which customer requires. Then if any discounting needs to be applied, you apply your discounting. Then promotions, right? There might be a possibility of having promotion like buy one get one, right? Okay, so that again gets applied. Then approval. So many a time it happens when a salesperson is selling something, if there are several discount required, right, which is not in the salesperson's hand to provide, then there can be an approvals, right? They want to go to the hire manager, right, and get it approved from them, right? Whether it's approved or rejected. Once it is approved, then you're going to generate the proposal document, right? You're going to send it to customer, right? So for that you have to generate the proposal, which consists of your product, your different terms, the payment terms, or something like that. Then you send the proposal to the particular primary contact. Like you are working with ABC Corporation, then you're going to send it to their primary contact to review it. And at the end, if everything works fine, it gets accepted. That means your proposal is now accepted. They have accepted your proposal. Now, after that, what would happen? There can be an order generated for that particular proposal once it is accepted. So create order, right? So whether it's a manual process or automation, you're going to create an order of your from your proposal. Then it will go for the inventory check, whether it is we are able to deliver it or not, whether we have an inventory or not. It's kind of a fulfillment process, okay, that we talked about, right? The fulfillment, right? Whether we are able to fulfill or not, right? The expected order. Once the fulfillment gets completed, right? Entities will get allocated, right? Which entity we want to send that particular order or the lines or services to, right? Once those entity allocations are done, taxation will be applied, right? If it's an order based taxation, right, then the taxation will be applied. Right. It's a major part, right? Wherever we sell something, we're gonna apply the taxes. We're gonna pay it to the respective government bodies, right? So taxation is an integral part of the whole process. Then at last we're gonna activate our order, right? Okay. Then contract creation. So let's say after creating and accepting the proposal, we're gonna create order, and at the end when the order is activated, you gonna enter into contract. So let's say it's a 5-year contract, right? So you're gonna create a contract out of that particular order. And then at the end, you're gonna start your billing, right? Because once you have ordered, your order is activated. So at a limit, at an interval, right? So it's a fixed interval, whether you want to have it monthly, whether you want to have it quarterly, whether you want to have it yearly billing for that particular services that's being defined, right? You're going to start the billing, right? Now let's understand the very first part that we talked about, the contract creation. So contract management. So once the order is finalized, like it's activated, we're going to create a contract out of it so that we have a term defined for which we are entering into contract. Okay. Then we agree the obligation and generate the drafts, right? There are several obligations that being there, right? We're going to agree on those obligations and we are generating the draft. So make sure whenever you are creating a contract, it is not contract as until and unless the contract is signed, right? So till that we're gonna see that draft or we're gonna call that draft, right? So we'll generate the draft, then we'll send that contract or draft to customer to review, right? Then obviously customer come with negotiation and redlining. So whatever they have changed, we're gonna see what's the change, what's the comment that have provided. So negotiation will happen. Once the negotiations are done and both the parties are agreed, then contract acceptance will be there. So they'll be accepting the contract, and at the end they will be gonna signing the contract, right? So the signature will happen. That will be the final stage of contract, right? And again, the contract gets activated, right? Once a contract is activated, you can have different processes. You can have an amendment process. That means like if something in mid term something needs to be changed, whether you want to purchase your services for more quantity or you want to reduce the quantity of your services, right? You can do that. At the end of the, let's say, contract is getting expired, right? Then you can renew it. In meanwhile, for the term of let's say 5 years, the contract being sold, or you entered in the contract for 5 years, if you want to terminate, meanwhile, right, you can terminate. You can have a termination as well. And at the end, if you don't want to renew at a certain end date, the contract can get expired as well. So that's the whole contracting process. Then billing management. So billing starts from creating an invoice. Okay, so whatever services that you have sold to the customer, you're going to invoice it, right? So you are creating the invoice from the billing information. What are the different various charge, right? That you can bill? You can bill recurring charges, you can bill one-time charges, you can bill usages, you can bill milestones as well. So these are the different type of charges you can bill, right? Then credit allotment, right? So many a time it happens like when you order or when your contract gets terminated, right? You have your negative billing, right? Because let's say if it's a yearly billing, you have charged them $1,000 in advance, and in the midterm they're gonna cancel it. So for whatever amount that you have received, right? You're gonna create the credit note for the remaining term, right? So if there are already credit allotments are there, you're gonna allot it against the invoice. Then invoice document will be generated, which will show all the details like what being purchased, if credit is allocated, then how much credit is there, what's the payment term, right? Those will be there. The selling party and billing party, that information will be also there on the generated invoice. Then you're gonna send that invoice to customer, obviously, and you're gonna get payment as well, right? So once you send the invoice, there will be a payment term that defined like in this term or in this date, you're gonna pay your you must pay your invoice, right? So you're gonna accept your payment. You're gonna pay do the payment allocation. So many a time it happens like let's say you are selling something for $1,000, but you get amount at different intervals. So at first interval you got $500, and you have to allocate that $500 against the invoice line. Right? So how much amount we got and what amount is allocated to which invoice line. So that you're gonna do, and then at the end when the full payment is received, your invoice gets paid and you are ready to generate the next invoices. Right. So that is all the billing management process. Then RevRec. Right. So I have divided that into three parts. So the first part is you can record your revenue information for particular products. So using revenue recognition management, you can record your products revenue information. Then you record revenue in the financial system as well, right? So you have your financial system. In that you also record those, how much revenue you got, whether it's a revenue loss or revenue whether it's a profit or loss, right? That you're going to record in the financial system. And then at the end you're going to generate reports and dashboard to show your higher or superior person, right? So if you are a CEO or if you are a CFO, you're going to deal with this information, right? They are not going to show each and every invoice, but they are going to show reporting and dashboard, and based on that they'll identify like what are the gaps, how we are doing, right? Whether we are in the profit stage or whether we are losing. If we are losing something, then what can be the process that we can do to make our self profitable, right? So that is what generate report and dashboard. So now importance and benefit of putting up the lead to cash process. So the importance, let's see the importance of the lead to cash process. It provides a holistic view of sales cycle, right? So all the processes at the end of, let's say, lead to cash process, you're going to create your reports and dashboard, and that will provide you the holistic view of sales cycle, right? Customer centric approach, so each for each customer you can have you can define your approaches as well, and you can get your 360-degree view of your customer. Revenue optimization, you can optimize your revenue. Operational efficiency, it provides operation efficiency as well. And let's see the benefits. So it can increase your sales and revenue. It will improve your cash flow as well. It enhances the customer satisfaction and retention. You must retain the customer, right? So lead to cash process will help you in doing that, because it will give you the whole view, right? That's why data driven decision making, it can help you take these decisions. Compliance and risk management, that can be again a benefit of lead to cash process, and it provides the scalability as well, right, in your system. Cost reduction, it results into cost reduction as well. And that is all, right? So this is whole lead to cash process we're going to understand one by one. So we have seen like opportunity management, quote management, and we are going to review those process individually as well. So I'll be putting up more content on different management, like opportunity management. We're going to have single video as well. So this is the overview, and we're going to break this into different process. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please like and share the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Thank you very much.